Hi, I'm Dr. Adam Millman. Thank you for watching. I'm standing on the beach in Coronado, California at the United States Navy base. Behind me are two boats that have washed up onto the shore. These boats are now rusted, their sails are torn, and they are incapable of sailing. Now, the boats are a good metaphor for life. Another good metaphor for life is another part of the base where there are planes that are being repaired, and they're sitting out. It looks like a cement runway, and they're rusted, and they look like they're also incapable of flying. And these two stories are an excellent metaphor for life. I once heard Zig Ziglar tell this story where he says that he's smart enough to know that some of the planes that go up in the sky are coming down a whole lot faster than they went up, meaning that there are planes that go up into the sky and they crash. They're boats and ships, and to leave the port, leave the harbor, and never come back, they sink. And another example he uses are houses where no one's occupying the house, and the house falls into disrepair because no one's actually living there. It's actually more dangerous for nobody to live in the house than for someone to live in the house, even though they could cause damage. And he says with boats and planes that if the experts say that it's more dangerous for the plane to be on the ground, that the plane will rust out faster than it will wear out if it were flying through the heavens. Even though the plane could crash, it is more dangerous for the plane to be on the ground. And with boats, the boats that leave the harbor, leave the port, and some of them do sink. But the boats and ships that stay in the harbor or the port will eventually, and don't sail, will eventually become covered in barnacles and rust and become unseaworthy, because it's actually safer for the boats to be in the water. It's safer for the planes to be in the sky. It's safer to have somebody live in a house than for the house to be unoccupied. And he says the same is true for human beings. He says that human beings designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. And the greatest tragedy is when we as human beings do not do anything at all. When, like a boat that stays in a harbor or a port, or a plane that stays on the ground, not doing what the plane and the boat were meant to do. Boats were meant for sailing, planes were meant for flying, houses were meant for living, Zig Ziglar says, and human beings were too also built for a purpose. As he says again, designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. And the greatest tragedy is when we as human beings, with all of our capability, all of our potential and creativity, do not do anything at all. We were built for success. Thank you very much for watching.